I hate the Spurs. Make sure you win tonight or it's a long flight home.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
The first 2,000 fans in the building will get their San Antonio Spurs. So come on and show off your Spurs class. The National Basketball Association and the San Antonio Spurs are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the dispatcher, security, or arena staff member. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the year than the pictures of your favorite mascot, the Coyote and the Silverman?
And there's a lot of excited basketball fans revved up and ready to get going. Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for MP.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. The scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's MP in at the point guard. And for San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama is out there with Collins. Then it's Castle. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And MP has let everyone know he really wants to take home Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, MP has certainly made his mark on D. The biggest thing I've noticed, the effort he puts in. He doesn't lose focus, plays hard. He's always played under control. That's a kind of cool confidence that can really rattle shooters.
I'm now to head over to David Aldridge for some information about MP.
Thanks, guys. As you know, MP is making a strong case for Defensive Player of the Year. When I asked him about it, MP said, "Every single night, I want to set the tone on the defensive end. No easy baskets. Every point must be earned." He added, "I pride myself on being the best defender on the floor. That rubs off on my guys, and that's how we win games." Kevin?
Like he said, DA, he sets the tone defensively. We are right in the middle part of a long season, GA. As a player, how do you stay engaged? How do you stay focused?
Kevin, this is where the grind can really catch up to you. Easy to start feeling complacent or check out a little bit. So you got to shake that off. And I tell you another thing, your coaches will play a huge role in keeping you engaged.
Boston, no good that time either.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Collins against MP. Pass to Castle. Back to Collins. 4 on the shot clock. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
MP finds Brown. Back to MP. And here is Tatum. Over Collins. Tatum's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. The kick out to Rozier. This one for three. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Win after win. These guys now have 9 straight.
Well, I think they found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Back to Rozier. Pass to Wembanyama. No good there. Nice D from Porzingis. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Yang. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. But Trey gets the three-pointer to fall.
And it really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness. And it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend. Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Now, here's Rozier. Nothing on the board. Here's Castle, covered by MP. Pass to Rozier. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And the basket by Castle.
Known as a ferocious scorer, Rozier is also solid at knowing when to give it up.
This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys can kind of be overlooked, like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed, and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar.
And so it's Boston with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. Yang passes to White. The 3 from Tatum. The rebound by the Spurs.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on Tatum. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this, and one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. See how they approach it. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Monroe's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Castle. And Tatum pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Tatum takes a lot of threes, and you see why, given he has this kind of accuracy.
And here is Monroe. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. Pass to Collins, to the paint. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Collins.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's MP. A rebound by the Spurs.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Rozier with the ball. Wembanyama, a screen on White. Wembanyama with the bucket. Wembanyama's got 8.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Number 1, the Spurs.
Well, they allow the fewest points per game in the league. Sometimes that can be a factor of pace. But safe to say, when you're number 1, your team is elite at the defensive end.
Now here's Porzingis, still without a basket. MP kicks to Brown. Boston, no good that time either.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Wembanyama finds Rozier, and Collins now top the key. Tatum against Wembanyama. Over Tatum. No good off the back of the rim. Celtics trail by 6. Back to MP. There's the steal. Pass to Wembanyama. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 10 points for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Brown the pass to Yang. Traps in the tray.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Here's Castle. Monroe kicks to Rozier. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Wembanyama. A shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Brown. Good work defensively by Monroe. Spurs leading by 5. Here's Castle. He has 5. Outside Rozier. Wembanyama, a screen on White. Just 3 to shoot, and it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Monroe outside. Vassell outside. Here's the screen. Here's Matthews. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Matthews has got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Davis. Tatum out there with MP. And it's Walsh in at the small forward. MP sets the screen for Tatum. No one covered. Tatum's got 18 points.
Well, just another night in the office for Jason Tatum. We've come to expect big games from him. He is that special.
Vassell, the pass to Malone. Oh, good on the triple. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Boston. 7-point differential. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
The Spurs making a switch here. Jackson Davis is checked in. Zinkas is checked in for Boston. Monroe outside. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, you can tell Vassell likes sharing the ball. He's not just looking for his shot.
To the left side wing. To the middle. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Davis.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Pass to Matthews. It's Vassell on the wing. Pass time, 14 points for him. Basket, good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
San Antonio leading by 8. Knocks it loose. Davis against Matthews. Davis, the pass to Yang. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Davis. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Matthews. And Collins subbed in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Celtics trail by 8. Pritchard passes to Porzingis. And finished off by Kristaps Porzingis.
Now, I thought the creativity there from Porzingis. He wanted to make that one sting a little.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Wembanyama passes to Collins. That one, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Pritchard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Pritchard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, great to see MP recognizing where the defense is weakest. Developing those instincts.
Monroe finds Wembanyama. Oh, there's the strength training. Wembanyama.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
MP, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Malone. And then for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Davis. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. MP dishes to Brown. Stolen by Collins. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Pass to Wembanyama. Nice D from Porzingis. Celtics trail by 6. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got it for us, DA.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Pelicans was all business. He dropped in 38 points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And it's White missing.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Down low, deflects the pass. Monroe finds Wembanyama. And here's Collins. Guarded by Tatum. Outside Rozier. Over MP. And there's Rozier on the assist by Collins. Collins has got his 3rd assist on the night. Releases from 15. The putback. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Here's Wembanyama. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on White. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Davis on the follow.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
To the inside. It's stolen by White. Porzingis kicks to MP. Back to Porzingis. Brown outside. Brown gets a screen from Yang. Brown down low. Defended by Middleton.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
And a wide open look for MP. Shot is good off the back rim and in. MP's got 4 points in the quarter. San Antonio's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Cancel. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 5 assists tonight. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
They grab their own miss. Here's White. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Middleton the pass to Wembanyama. A 3-pointer, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
MP dishes to Davis. Porzingis kicks to MP. Davis against Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. There's Brown with the 3. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
Well, when you're as polished and practiced a shooter as Brown, there's no reason to hesitate.
Outside Collins. And stolen by White. MP finds Porzingis. Rebound San Antonio. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Pass to Castle. .1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. The 3. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Porzingis passes to MP. Outside, Davis. MP with a screen on Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. Here's Brown. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Brown's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's Castle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. GA. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
the previous play
is that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Boston making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
White against Rozier. Outside Collins. Here's Wembanyama. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's now 20 points for Victor Wembanyama. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close.
The previous play is under review.
Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Celtics. They lead by a bucket. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime, let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see. Now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
They're letting that team fire away from deep, and it's not doing them any favors. Something got to change, Jet.
Yeah, hard to win when you're giving guys all day to shoot.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
They've got John Collins. Rozier's out there with Castle. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Tatum finds MP. Back to Tatum. Over Collins. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Tatum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Porzingis with the block, and they'll keep possession.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Well, it's so impressive how Jason Tatum has just continued to strengthen his game. He's a star who isn't easily satisfied by his own play and always wants to do more.
Here's Castle. Here's the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Porzingis kicks to MP. Tatum gets the screen from Yang. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Inside. Wembanyama down low. He's against Porzingis. Tries again. He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
MP passes to White. MP with a screen on Rozier. And it's White missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And that one, good. MP's got 14 points.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Middleton finds Collins. Here's Castle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on MP. For San Antonio, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Tatum, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Rozier, the pass to Wembanyama. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 6 assists in the game. The Celtics working the ball around now. MP sets the screen for Brown. Tries it from the top of the key. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Middleton. Collins with it. Guarded by Tatum. Collins passes to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, tough shot.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. Number 1, the Celtics.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Chicago Bulls. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Miami Heat.
And even though they've found success lately, it always feels nice to come back home. They'll get a chance to reset off the court. And with as long as the NBA season is, you can never get enough home cooking.
Collins against Tatum. Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Tatum.
Well, when it comes to his jump shooting, Tatum is extremely efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Rozier against White. Rozier with the ball. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. MP's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Castle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Right a screen. The 3 from Tatum. No good on that one. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on MP. Collins wide open, he fires. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And White kicks to Tatum. MP against Middleton. Tatum, no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Brown finds MP. The shot's good. Brown making the play. MP's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Middleton outside. Pass to Collins. Here's Wembanyama.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line of this half.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Monroe's checked in for San Antonio. Celtics also with a sub. Davis is checked in and taken away by Brown. With the drive, makes it off the glass. Brown's got 13.
Well, that's excellent initiative by Brown. Seeing a lane open up and attacking.
Here's Castle. Covered by MP. Davis against Wembanyama. Goes back up. Oh, Wembanyama! How in the world do you keep him off the glass?
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the San Antonio Spurs. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look now for San Antonio. Matthews, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And it's Vassell in for Chris Middleton.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Celtics haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. MP passes to Porzingis. A 3-ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Castle. He's got 23. Shot clock at 6. Here's Monroe. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Tatum. Good D by Matthews. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Pass to Castle. Now, here's Collins. Now, Vassell puts up a deep 3. And Davis pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brown finds MP. MP gets the job done inside.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Spurs leading by 3. Pass to Matthews. And here is Vassell. Matthews dishes to Monroe. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Vassell. A 3 off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
Kept alive. The kick out to Brown. Tatum on the wing. Covered by Vassell. Hang pass to Porzingis. Here's Vassell. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Tatum on the wing. Pass to MP. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad... And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. And Matthews kicks to Malone. MP against Vassell. Monroe outside. Driving in. Fades back. Rebounded by the Celtics. MP's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum out there with Davis. Then it's MP. And it's Walsh into the small forward position.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Malone finds Vassell. So they take the lead.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
The Celtics have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
There's the triple. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, the defense has to do a better job at pushing Vassell off that spot outside.
Bang. MP powers through the contact inside.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Monroe, the pass to Vassell. Over MP. And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, this is Vassell's game. He can do that all day.
Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Pritchard. Back to MP. Now here's Tatum. He's covered by Malone. Tatum no good.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Boston shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. To the paint. Pass to MP. Back to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. MP, no good.
How'd that move work out? The important part is to get the ball in the basket, not to make the highlight reel. Come on.
Malone, good.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Tatum dishes to MP. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now Monroe. Pass to Malone. Put on the wing. Over MP. And the rejection by MP. To the middle. Here's Walsh. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Walsh has got 4 this quarter.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the Celtics making a change here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordy Fernandez was telling the team. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. Thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Porzingis. The rebound by the Spurs. Castle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Wembanyama. Collins, a screen on Brown. A 3 from Wembanyama. MP grabs the miss. And so, MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Pass to Collins. Middleton outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Middleton. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Spurs lead by 8.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. To the inside. It's stolen by Wembanyama. An even 3-on-3 break. Shoots over Brown. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Celtics trail by 8. White the pass to Yang. Here's Tatum. Pick off in midair. Here's Castle. Outside Collins. Middleton the pass to Rozier. Here's Castle. He's covered by Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Castle. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's Brown with the drive. Bang. And MP throws it down.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Here's Castle. Down low.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First free throw is good.
Well, Collins is an exceptional athlete with a lot of skill offensively, but I'd like to see more out of him on the defensive end. I think that could bring his game to another level. Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
To the paint. And finish off by Collins.
Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
MP passes to Porzingis. The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to MP. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. And that one falls for Collins. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Pass to Wembanyama. Over Porzingis. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Wembanyama's got 16 points here in the second half. Here's Brown. And the rejection by Wembanyama. To the middle. Here's Castle. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his 8th assist in the game.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
MP kicks to Brown. Back to MP. Brown gets a screen from Yang. Brown, no good.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Rozier the pass to Middleton. On deep, Collins. It's hauled in by MP.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Tatum's shot is off.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.